That is Kenya. So if any one of you had any doubt in the possibilities that this country can make, please start believing in your country. Start believing in your country. And as we engage in this process, because it's going to be a robust process, it's not going to end in weeks or months, maybe it'll take us a year or so, we must have a robust conversation as a country on what the future of Kenya is. This is not about the next election, this is about the future of Kenya. Yeah, the future of Kenya. The next election will come and go, but we must focus, because whoever wins or loses the next election will be here. Nobody's going to leave the country. So we're going to be here, and the future of Kenya will matter to everybody, those who win and those who lose. Yeah? And so it is very important that we think about the future of our country. And finally, as we focus about that future, I have said we must believe in ourselves, we must believe in our country, and we must be patriotic. And as been said here, integrity must be the benchmark of our engagements. We must be honest, brutally honest with ourselves. I will give you an example. We're a country that believes we're a robustly democratic country. When I went to the G7, among the issues that was in conversation was artificial intelligence and how it's going to power the future, and how social media is going to, it continues to affect society positively and negatively. And Kenya, for your information, is number one in the whole world in the use of social media. Number? It is said that every Kenyan, or on average, Kenyans spend 4 hours and a few minutes every day you know, and all the stuff in there, you know what is in that social media story, you know. But even with all that, we are still surging forward. We're still moving forward. And it is very important, therefore, for us to think about, I have said, the education of our country, the security of our country. It is very important. You've had reflections by some people here who have told us about Khartoum. Khartoum was a beautiful city 3 years ago. Today it is rubble. And the world is moving on. The rest of the world is moving on. They have destroyed their country, but the rest of the world is moving on. People are trying to help, we're trying to do whatever we can do. But, so, we must secure our country. I have been following the debate, you know. We had the demonstrations, democratic, constitutional, legal. But we also have criminals and thugs and characters who destroy people's property, steal from people, burn down buildings. And you know, we are unable to make a decision. You know, you find people who've come to town, they've destroyed, burned down shops, destroyed people's property. And, you know, the conversation is, please, you know, these are our children. You know, these are our children, so we must listen to them, which is okay. You know, yes, must listen to them. We continue. Some people arrested, you know, with criminality, taken to court. They are given a bond of 200 shillings. They live there, you know, because they are our children. And then they go on. They now go to political rallies. And then we have goons. And then I don't know whether we want to say again, these are our children. The goons. So, you know, we really need to have a candid conversation about criminality, the rule of law, security of our nation. It cannot be the case. There cannot be any defense for criminality. There cannot be any defense for breaking the law. I am very happy that the last time there was an attempt for criminality in town and we stopped it, you know, many Kenyans agreed that no, it's now time for us to say no to people who want to ban our property. And that is going to be the future. I am very, it's now clear that everybody, every sector of our society, the business leaders, religious leaders, political leaders, have all agreed that having lawlessness, goons and all these other characters, criminals, should be stopped. Now that we have a consensus, our security agencies must do their job. Within the law, they must do their job and they must stop criminality. You know, that is how we are going to secure Kenya's future. Even as we discuss this future of our nation in the context of what we are saying. So we will go through this report, and in a short while